What the mainstream media was afraid to tell you about the news this week. This week, while the mainstream media was obsessed with pretending Elizabeth Warren lost because of sexism, here are the things that happened that really matter. Bernie Sanders brags frequently about staying on an Israeli kibbutz back in the 1960s, as if that exempts him from embracing anti-Semites like Linda Sarsour and Ilhan Omar. But what Bernie doesn't mention is that the kibbutz was a communist, Stalinist kibbutz. Kind of changes the story, doesn't it? But did the mainstream media report on this? No. The mainstream media was silent. Congresswoman AOC compares religious liberty advocates to white supremacists, slave owners, and segregationists. She says the only people who invoke religious liberty are using religion as a shield for their bigotry. But did the mainstream media show you this video? Did the mainstream media report on this horrendous and obviously false accusation from a sitting congresswoman that any religious American who wants to be free to practice their faith as they see fit, instead of towing the radical leftist ideology of AOC, is as bad as a white supremacist? Nope. The mainstream media didn't say a word. President Trump says the actual death rate for coronavirus is likely much lower than 3.4%, because that number is calculated with only the people who've been tested. It doesn't count the people who had coronavirus but had it so mildly they probably didn't even know they had it, so they never got tested. Democrats went wild, claiming the president made up this theory and was lying. But did the mainstream media tell you the truth? That a Harvard Medical School instructor says the exact same thing as President Trump, that the actual death rate is likely much lower, probably under 1%. Nope. The mainstream media perpetuated the Democrats' lie because the mainstream media will do anything to hurt President Trump. Joe Biden says if he is elected president, he will put Beto O'Rourke in charge of his gun control agenda. Now, Beto O'Rourke has said in the past that, hell yes, we'll take away your AR-15s. Beto has threatened gun registration, gun confiscation. He has said law-abiding gun owners who refuse to turn over their legally owned firearms to the government could face jail time. In other words, Beto O'Rourke wants the government to take your guns, and now Joe Biden is jumping on board the gun grab agenda. But did the mainstream media report this to you? Nope. The mainstream media likes to pretend that Joe Biden is a moderate, but he's not. The Supreme Court case about abortion clinics is not even about abortion. It's about safety for women. The Louisiana law simply requires abortion clinics to have admitting privileges at a nearby hospital, just like every other surgical facility in that state. This Louisiana law places no restrictions, zero, on abortion whatsoever. And any liberal or pro-abortion activist who says this threatens abortion is lying. But did the mainstream media tell you the truth about the law, that it's about admitting privileges at a hospital and has nothing to do with restricting abortion? No. The mainstream media is in the pocket of the left, and the left doesn't care about women's safety. They just want to profit from abortion. The mainstream media doesn't care to report any of that to you, so we will.